Hi, we are a group of three people, Muhammad Taha, Ziad al-Bakr, and Amr Busunoon, and we will present to you the case of the Lotus Riverside collapse. Our objective from this video is to present to you all the facts that led to the collapse, to identify the ethical dilemmas and conflicts that occurred, to analyze the ethical dimensions and complexity of the situation, to apply the professional codes of ethics and ethical principles, and finally determine the laws, legalization, and engineering standards relevant to the construction of the building. So at around 5:30 a.m. on June 27th of 2009, this unoccupied building fell down and unfortunately one guy was killed. So after the investigation was done, the report came with some main points that led to the collapse. Apparently the improper construction methods are believed to be the main reason. The workers were called to dug an underground garage on one side of the building while the other side of the building was heaped up to 10 meters high. And also there was a crack on the flood prevention wall near the building, and as well as a special geological condition in the water bank area. 9 people were linked to this building collapse, including the real estate developer, contractor, and the supervisor of the project have been put under control. Also, the report mentioned that the weight of the pile created a pressure differential which led to a shift in the foil structure, eventually weakening the foundations and causing them to fail. This situation may have been aggravated by several days of heavy rain, and the report also said that the construction company didn't know that the earth pile could have such an effect. This picture here shows how the building fell down or started to fall down. And here this picture shows the beginning of the construction of the building. And here and this is after the pile was taken from one side to the other side, and after some heavy rains the building began to tilt and eventually it fell down. And this is the building in real life. Okay, in this part we will start the ethical analysis. There are 3 violations regarding the code of ethics. The first one is 77.1i, to be fair to their clients, the residents, by making sure that they're safe. And the second one is 77.2i, their duty to public welfare as paramount, which was clearly not the case, as the error was dangerous to the society. The third point, 77.1v, they were not competent in the performance of the professional engineering services that was undertaken, as the test on the soil was not properly taken. For the professional misconduct, there were also 3 violations. The first one, negligence, as they were negligent of the risk that can occur if the garage was built. The second one, failure to safeguard life, as they did not ensure the safety of human lives. And finally, failure by a practitioner to abide the terms, conditions, or limitations of the practitioner's license. Okay, in this part we're going to explain the analysis of the different approaches that the engineers could have taken. The first one, the engineers could have performed intensive studies on a building where they can make sure it was completely safe to dig beside it, and if they find any error they can completely fix it and stop it. This might be costly, but it's the right thing and the ethical thing to do. The second approach, they could have make the same intensive studies, and if they find an error that is costly, they can neglect it, and it might be illegal, but it's more money for their bucket. They can save money for the project. The third one is engineers could take the risk and dig a hole anyway without checking. It's unethical and illegal, as the right measures were not performed. The fourth one, engineers could make a small test that could be sufficient for the process. Could go wrong or could go either way, but it would be unethical. Punished. As for the law analysis, regarding the tort law, the engineering company owed the public and its workers and clients a duty of care. Now, as they failed to do so, they could be legally punished, and under the contract law, the construction company have signed a contract to ensure the finalization of the construction of the building. However, that did not occur, which makes this situation a breach of contract, as they won't be able to deliver on what they promised. As for liability, the engineering company should look to cover the cost of damages that affected the society and the workers, Under the law, the residents of the other building will not be compensated until it's found that it's dangerous. Furthermore, it's their responsibility to compensate the residents who bought apartments in the building. And the type of damages that occurred is general damage and aggravated damages. Finally, the court would find the construction company guilty of breach and would order them to pay the owners of the building and their families.